Namaste. Welcome. So happy to have everyone here today. My name is Julianne Reynolds, and I'm an artist, documentary filmmaker, yoga teacher. And today we are coming together so that I can share with you a short talk on Tantra in relationship to Hatha Yoga. And I'm also going to tell a little bit about my experience in India being initiated into a tantric path called Sri Vidya. So it's going to be very good, very exciting. I'm going to welcome you to a very simple mantra. I'll say the mantra and then you just repeat it to yourself internally. So on the inhale, so, and on the exhale, hum. So, exhale, hum. So the translation of that is I am that. So, I am everything. I am the universe. I am love. I am balance. So inhale, so, exhale, hum. Now bring your awareness to your mouth and see if you can slightly turn up the edges of the mouth into that Buddha smile. And still just being a witness to the breath. So inhaling, so, exhaling, hum. Is the mantra. Or you can simply just bring your awareness to the inhale, watching the breath enter the nose, and on the exhale, watching the breath leave the nose, but still keeping that Buddha smile. Now bring that smile into your heart. And then breathe from there, breathe from the heart. Now bring the smile into the spine and breathe from there. Now bring the smile to every cell in the body and just filling up the cells with this sense of joy and happiness, peace, balance. And then from here, either you can open up your eyes with a soft gaze in front of you, or you can keep your eyes closed and we'll just do an Om together. On the exhale. So when you talk about Tantra here in the West, and then when you talk about Tantra in India, they're talked about differently. Because the Western mind sees Tantra as a physical act, and a lot of Tantra is associated with sexual bliss. But in India, that's not the way even yoga is looked at. Yoga is talked about as a state of awareness, as a state of consciousness. These ancient practices of Tantra at the basic level talk about two main sources of energy, and to boil it down, it's the male energy and the female energy. And so the female energy source in the body is called the Ida. It's the channel on the left side of the body, and the male source of energy in the body is called the Pingala, and that's on the right side of the body. And these two sources of energy are actually polar opposites. So the practice of Tantra, the weaving of these two energies together, can bring heightened levels of awareness, of consciousness. Thousands and thousands of years ago, when the ancient civilizations were practicing these practices, they really had no other outsourcing reference to it. But they knew that it was a gift, that the breath was a gift, that the body was a gift from the gods, and that they were just a mirror of the gods. They realized that whatever's inside the body is a microcosm of the macrocosm. And so I want to invite that to you in your yoga practice, is the essence when you work with your breath and your body and these two sacred energies working through you, is offering them to something much higher than just being physically fit. What would happen if one day you woke up and the sun didn't shine? What would you do? Yeah. So imagine that every day, when the sun rises, you would pray to the sun and offer flowers to the sun, offer water to the sun, offer incense to the sun, offer prayers to the sun, offer fire to the sun. A couple years ago, I got invited to go to India to shoot for a documentary that my friend was in, and she's a tantric teacher, where I also learned about this lineage and about Tantra. And I remember the first time that she told me about it, it just, something inside of me said, yes, you know, I want to learn more about this Shakti path. And I went to India and I met her teacher, which in India is called a guru, and I got initiated into this lineage. And we don't really talk about gurus or initiation so much here in the West, but in the Indian practices, these ancient practices, that was how you learned them. Sometimes you would learn very esoteric information once you were initiated into a lineage, and it often wasn't from a book. It was transmitted just verbally or energetically. What I loved the most about being at this ashram was that everything was so authentic and so real. And I got to learn about parts of an ancient wisdom called Tantra that weren't westernized yet. When I went to this ashram, I didn't have the intention to really be initiated into this lineage. I was there filming for a documentary. But I fell in love with the ashram and just the people there and the teacher and what this stood for and what this meant. And this was a practice that fully embraced the divine feminine, the feminine energy. And I thought, because I was a woman coming from the West, I had access to freedoms that some women don't have in the East, that I was completely free and knew who I was. But I realized that I had no comprehension of what this sacred power was, this Shakti, this force was. And these practices were extremely difficult, extremely esoteric. Layers and layers and layers of study of mantras and intricacies that they would do for sacred fire ceremonies called pujas and homas. And then there was the ritualistic parts of opening up energy channels in the bodies. And once I was able to have a little taste of this ancient wisdom, this ancient medicine, then I said, oh, I get it. This is what Tantra is about. Tantra is like an artistic, creative formation of understanding how magnificent the body is and what a gift it is to be in a body. And that once you can awaken these powers inside of you, then you're here to serve and you're here to share that energy. It's none of this is about self gratification. It's all about oneness.